first I'll start with what's your sense of style? What is style for you?
Oh, wow. Well, style is very, very personal, firstly. I think it starts with an expression of yourself. There has to be some aspect of you in fashion. I think at the same time, you have to be aware of trends internationally and understand what you kind of resonate with, what you feel is how you're feeling. Sometimes it can change by the day. Sometimes it can be consistent for years. So there are aspects to fashion. I think there are certain elements of fashion which will always be classic. And I am an old school guy. I love classic stuff. But at the same time, it's like you need to, like change it up once in a while and express yourself differently. And of course, being an artist, you have different moods, you have different characters, you have different aspects of yourself which come up and kind of like express themselves depending on your state of mind
True.
or your creative mindset at that point in time. So fashion is a great opportunity to be able to explore those aspects of yourself and express those things to, yourself sometimes and sometimes for the world.
So, I mean, AI and fashion. Now,
Yeah.
for somebody who's seen this industry change, because it was very different when you started off, and now it is.
Yeah.
And now you also have AI.
Yeah.
Do you think it's inevitable, or do you think it's going to be one of those, a nuisance?
Well, it's interesting you asked me this question because I'm here in the city shooting for my film Cocktail 2, which has me and Kriti and Rashmika. And me and Kriti did a film a year and a half
know.
back, which a lot of people asked us that, you're doing this film, which is about this robot
Yeah.
technically, and like, will people even get it? And we all felt that it's so close that we don't realize how close AI is and how fast things are catching up, So it is, I mean, I don't know if it's just the future. You can say it's the very recent future. It's almost
Yeah.
on us, upon us at this point, and I don't think we can run away from it. And I do feel that in the next 5 to 10 years, the world will change exponentially beyond what we can imagine.
We already had Tilly Norwood. I mean, actors, do you like dread like that you just might be shooting with an AI co-star?
No, I mean, see, I mean, most definitely it is, it would be very difficult to understand if something so large or so huge happens so fast. So I think we're all waiting to see how this plays out, and the possibilities are many. So it's going to be a matter of time, and we'll have to learn to adapt and evolve and also take certain responsible decisions.
So today at the fashion show, I know I've been told there's the Shayad hologram.
Yeah,
So
there is.
yeah. So what is it like to
Just
have your
went for rehearsals and I saw it and it looked really cool. In fact, what I really enjoyed about the entire campaign was that they integrated the concept of being futuristic, of AI, and of the hologram, even in the marketing and the promotional stuff that we did. So it's very well put together and very well integrated, and I think it's going to be an amazing evening today. Yeah.
So fashion and technology, what's your take on that? Fashion, technology, I mean, it's like,
I mean, it has to happen. Tech and AI is going to enter all aspects, and it's very exciting. Maybe what can happen between AI and with fashion, So there are those aspects to it which can be very interesting, and I think I actually really enjoy this whole concept of the quantum possibilities.
oh yeah.
And I've actually checked out some of these videos where you have these apps which will come in, and as far as fashion is concerned, they can give you all permutations and combinations of the kind of clothes that you can wear. So multiple wardrobes, almost like quantum wardrobes, can be available to you
True.
as and when required. So it's pretty crazy.
I heard they're actually doing something like this in Japan and Korea.
Yeah, all that stuff is happening. You
Yeah.
keep hearing about it,
True.
like seeing stuff about it. So it's insane.
So cool.
Yeah.
Okay, now interesting. You said Cocktail. So someone who's a teetotaler doing a movie called Cocktail 2 and with Homie,
Yeah.
two mavericks coming together. What's the creative energy like?
Well, he's a great guy. He's a great guy, and I must say that I am thoroughly enjoying my time with him. We're getting along really well. I haven't done a film of this nature in a while, and I think he did a very, very good job with the first one. I understand his sense of humor and his kind of point of view towards people and their humanity and their imperfections, and how he treats it with a sense of reality. Yet it's very, very entertaining. I think that lens that he brings onto this story, which is it's kind of like it's a new story with new characters, but quintessentially it still falls very much within the world of Cocktails. So it's interesting that it'll be a very fresh, I think, a very fresh experience for people, but still from the same filmmaker and with the same love triangle with the two girls and the one guy. So it's very fresh. I enjoyed it when I read it. Of course, Love has written it. Love Ranjan has written it, and his dialogues are always very, very commercial, very entertaining. And so to have Homie and him come together, and for Maddock to put this together is fantastic. And of course, my co-stars are a delight. I've done a film with Kriti. We really get along, and I'm having a blast with Rashmika. So it's a great team where I've literally come from that set right now.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah, so it's good fun.
Great to see you in a romantic space after all those intense, heavy stuff that you've been doing. And with Vishal Bhardwaj, fourth collaboration, and you both have. He's played a very pivotal part, I would say, in your career because he kind of changed, and you also kind of changed the whole narrative around you.
Yes, without.
What is it like when you both collaborate? What is it like being on the Vishal Bhardwaj
I
side?
don't know. I feel that there is some X factor that we share. You know, whenever we come together, I feel we're able to bring out the best in each other.
Hmm.
And I feel that he's somebody who's been fundamental in my career graph, and he's brought out certain aspects of me as an actor, which I also wasn't aware existed. And you know, once you open up on certain aspects of your personality or your performance, open up and you see the fact that you can do those areas, it contributes to your repertoire as an actor tremendously.
Yeah.
You know, so he has opened me up as an actor in many ways. And yeah, this is our fourth collaboration. And it's been a while. It's been a decade since we collaborated together. So, you know, we're different people now. We're in different spaces now. He's, you know, older, wiser. I guess I'm a little older also. I don't know, wiser. But, you know, so it's been great fun working together after a rather long break. And I do feel that Oh Romeo is a very special film. I think it has a fantastic cast. It's a great story. It's a love story at its heart. It's got a lot of action. It's very quirky. The world that he creates is always very fresh. So I'm hoping that we can give the audience, you know, a cinematic entertainer, which comes rarely these days.
Exactly.
You know, so we're really hoping to you know hit the right balance between those two aspects because we do want to take this to the audience. We've not tried to make a very let's just say a film that will be loved by a very limited audience. This is a film which I think has the natural ability to reach out to a much
Yeah.
wider section.
Do you think there's been a disconnect with the audience and the industry, or do you think that one doesn't know what's happening? Like, none of us know what's happening in the world, you know? It's just changing. Like someone who's very picky and choosy about what he does. I mean, what's been your observation?
See, I always fall back upon quality.
Yeah.
And I feel that if you do qualitative work, sometimes it'll be niche, and sometimes it'll hit, you know, the right kind of the broader aspect of it. So you know, for me, it's basically about trying to take movies forward, take cinema
Yeah.
forward, play characters, tell stories, and of course, it's a two-way relationship. You listen to the audience, you want to understand where they are at. You have to understand when they are not happy or not satisfied with the product and why they are not satisfied. You know, what is it that's making them feel let down? But you know, the way it's working out right now, it's almost like either a film does very small numbers or then it does extremely big numbers. So when you do get acceptance, that acceptance is also very large.
Yeah.
It can surprise you with numbers. You know, so you have to always look at that and try and focus on that. You have to give it your best. I mean, I've been doing this for 23 years. Yeah, I've seen a lot of ups and downs. I've seen a lot of phases come and go.
True.
You know, and it's important for something to go down for it to come back up again because when you're down, you learn, you reinvent, you accept that you don't know everything, and that humility, which I think every artist needs and every craft needs, a certain sense of humility. And I think that humility brings out original and better work. So I think it's a time we should all stay humble, put our heads down, and remember that at the end of the day, we're just any other person trying to do something and wanting the love of the audience and wanting to impress them, wanting to satisfy them is very important. And we must focus on that very hard.
I absolutely agree with that. So that's what I want to ask you from Aditya Jab We Met, because till date, have you seen the memes that keep doing? Everyone's taken a leap from Aditya's life and like, you know, whatever. Everyone like be the Aditya. No, to then Haider, then Kamine and Kabir Singh. Recently, Deva. What's been that significant shift in your career? How has the process, how you choose roles, has something changed?
The only thing that I would say has changed recently is that, you know, I think I'm okay with what I'm doing in front of the camera. And I think now my focus is on having a good time with the people that I work with. I think it's very important to enjoy yourself and build memories. As you grow older, as you live more of life, you realize that the best of life is in front of you now.
Yeah.
And you want to make the best memories. You want to have smiles around you. You want everybody to have a good time. You want to give good energy out. So I think that's something that I have been focusing on a lot. I know it might not be directly related to work, but I think the energy that you put out, participates in all aspects of your life.
I totally get it.
Penetrates into all aspects
I
of your
agree
life.
with that.
So I'm trying to focus on that. I feel that is very central for me right now. I
Yes.
think self-work, being the best version of myself, and putting good energy out, those are the two things that I'm really working on right now personally.
Absolutely. No, because you're all,
Kind of goes into work.
no, agree. Because earlier when you started, you're seeking validation. You want to prove yourself. Now, I think one is more, I think you're also comfortable in your skin and
I guess.
you're at ease. So, like, I'll take whatever
I
comes.
just sense that I think like it's the world needs as many positive people and as much positivity as
I
it can.
agree with that. So that's my one of my final questions is, at this stage, what's important for you? Reinventing, longevity, or deeper creative risks?
They're
going
all
forward?
important. These are all fun. Like I want all of that. I can't settle for just one. So I think reinvention is something that is always, I think, the most exciting aspect of what you do.
Yeah.
It might not be something that you can do all the time, because eventually an actor can only feed off the script and the character. So I have to get an opportunity where I can do something without forcing it upon the subject of the film, right? Longevity is, I think, important to all of us. I
Yeah.
think everybody who gets to their 40s then understands that, okay, now longevity is fundamental, and you have to be able to, hold on to yourself for as long as you can, and, kind of use your experience to make yourself a better version of who you were in your 20s. Because I mean, you're not as young as you were in your
Yeah.
20s, but there is so much that you've learned that I think your mind is a lot more open and you're a lot more evolved. You have a broader understanding of things, and so you can really contribute, participate, and create an ecosystem where younger people can have a better reality. And the third one that you said was
Creative risk,
creative risks.
which you've been taking. But डर भी लगता होगा यार.
It's very simple. If you feel safe about what you're doing,
Huh.
you're probably repeating yourself or taking off from what somebody else has done, which you have seen is successful.
Yeah.
If you are feeling unsure, if you're feeling like you don't know how it's going to turn out, the result doesn't matter. You're definitely being original.
No, which is true.
If you're being original, then you don't have a something to look at and say, okay, this is like that, because you're doing something new.
Absolutely. I agree with
Yeah.
that. Thank you so much. And lastly, 2026, what are you looking forward to in the new year?
I have 2 releases coming up next year, so that's a big one. I'm very excited, of course, about the 2 new releases. More of life, more of work. I mean, I don't think there's anything that I'm waiting to do in 2026. If there's something that I can think of today, I'd do it today. But another good year, another year with people coming to the movies. Hopefully, we'll make some substantial movies. We'll express ourselves in ways that is original and true to us. We won't look like we're trying to copy somebody or be somebody else.
Totally.
And we'll find some good stories and some good characters to take to the audience.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.